Hello, and welcome to Pixel Weaver's Let's Play of King's Quest VI.
The remains of Alexander's sailing ship lie dashed upon the distant shore.
Okay, so this is Alexander. I wonder if we can get up.
Alexander
Oh.
searches for a way to reach the black-haired girl whose memory will not escape him.
Oh, is Alexander in love? That's so romantic. I want somebody to be like shipwrecked and think about me. His name is Alexander, and what we know, or what I know so far, is that he was shipwrecked. Let's see what else. Can we talk to the ship?
No one remains aboard the broken vessel.
Did everybody die? See if we can go touch the shipwreck.
The ship is ruined. It has nothing further to offer Alexander. Rocks abound on this lush volcanic isle.
Can we talk to the rock?
The rocks are silent, as they have been for ages untold.
Ooh, I'm gonna like this game. If talking to the rock gets me that type of dialogue, I'm already excited. Let's listen to it again.
The rocks are silent, as they have been for ages untold.
It just fills me with so much joy, this voice acting. I just love it. Can we touch it?
Alexander has no need to carry around large rocks.
Yeah, we don't need to carry around a boulder. I think we're good. Let's take a look at this.
The ocean appears calm, but there's a dimpling pattern to the surface which indicates an undertow.
It's really good writing.
The currents continue to murmur, but they do not reply to Alexander.
Can we go swimming?
Alexander has no taste for salt water.
Ha! Oh my gosh. Okay, as someone who loves King's Quest 7, and if you get Valenice to drink the salt water, she dies. So I just love that they, although this was before King's Quest 7, but still, I love that there's made mention of salt water. King's Quest 6 was co-developed by Jane Jensen, who went on to do the Gabriel Knight series. Oh my goodness. I had no idea about that. Let's see, what else? So let's see what's glimmering over here.
Alexander's royal insignia ring lies abandoned on the sand. It must have slipped from his finger during the shipwreck. Fortunately, it was not lost in the sea.
Let's see if we can chat with it. I just want to chat with my insignia ring and get to know it a little bit.
The ring in the sand cannot talk.
All right, let's pick it up.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach.
Okay, there's the insignia ring.
Alexander's ring is made of the purest gold and has the insignia of the royal family of Daventry on its face.
Is he like a prince? He is part of the royal family of Daventry.
Alexander is already wearing his ring. There's no point in using an object on itself.
Oops. Stop.
Reminiscing of home is fine, but the ring is not a very good listener.
I can see why people like this game. I already really like it. Okay, let's see what he says about this.
Alexander is standing on a beach littered with debris from his shipwreck. A path leads north into the lush green island. An occasional breeze rustles the nearby foliage.
Hello?
Oh!
There's no reply to Alexander's call.
Hello?
Hello?
There's no reply to Alexander's call.
There's no reply.
Alexander sees nothing of interest there. Without a ship, Alexander has no need for a ship's wheel.
Oh, it's a ship's wheel. Okay. This plank looks a little suspicious. Oh.
Alexander pushes the plank to one side. A box has been partially buried under sand.
You guys! Oh my gosh!
Alexander takes the coin and leaves the ruined box where it is.
All right, should we take a look at it? We've got a fancy coin.
Alexander is carrying a copper coin of Daventry. King Graham graces the front of the coin.
So is King Graham his dad? His daddy? Some people could say. I remember what King Graham looks like. He is very muscly and he is very sexy. Yeah. This is exciting. Okay.
Alexander rubs his fingers over the indentation of King Graham's face on the
Look at
copper
the coin.
coin and thinks fondly of home. Alexander doesn't want to do that to his royal insignia ring.
Mm-mm-mm. Let's talk to the coin.
Ah, if only Alexander's father could speak now and give his advice.
Oh. Okay, so Alexander's is feeling a little lonely. I think I've literally touched everything.
Alexander is standing on a beach littered with debris from his shipwreck. A path leads north into the lush green island. An occasional breeze rustles the nearby foliage.
All right, let's check out the next screen. Let's get poor Alexander out of the shipwreck here. Oh, wow. Okay, let's check out this tree.
A grand old tree stretches its luxurious limbs out over the crossroads.
Let's talk to the tree.
The old tree must have witnessed many intrigues and many tragedies, but it keeps its stories to itself.
Ah, I love this game already. Should we see if it wants a coin?
Alexander doesn't see a reason to put that in the tree's hop.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Alexander can see no reason to clamber about on the old tree. He would only scar its bark.
Okay, we're not going to climb the tree at this point.
Rocks abound on this lush volcanic isle. In the distance, a majestic castle shines in the sun.
It is majestic.
Large leafy ferns spread their fronds across the fertile ground.
Across the fertile ground.
Alexander is standing at a crossroads. To the left, he can see a village. To the right, a castle. From the south come the sounds of the sea.
Okay. Let's try to talk to the rocks.
The rocks are silent, as they have been for ages untold.
Can we talk to the castle?
Whatever inhabitants might live in the distant castle, they would never hear Alexander from here. The ferns may appreciate the sound of Alexander's voice, but they do not reply.
Hello, is anyone about?
I always get so, I love when his character portrait shows up. I think we have to go this way. So let's go this way. I gotta admit, I wish he had a better outfit, but I guess he is a prince and he's royal, so, you know. Ugh.
An old beggar is peddling his wares in the village. He offers a variety of lamps, all neatly lined up on a long pole.
Okay, he's selling
Old
lamps.
lamps for new. Old lamps for new.
He wants old lamps for new? Question mark?
Wooden shutters frame the village's windows. A key-shaped archway provides access to another part of the village.
Old lamps for new.
He's not gonna stop, is he?
Old lamps for new.
Be quiet! I'm looking around.
Windows face the street from living quarters above the bookstore. The sign above the door says Ali's Books. A wooden door leads to the bookshop interior. The village buildings are made of rough sandstone stucco. This one has a shop on the street level and a private dwelling up above. Steps lead up to the shop door.
Wow. I wish I had the talent of writing. This is like so good.
Alexander is standing on a sunny village street. There are open shops to his right, a hard-packed path beneath his feet, and palm trees waving over his head. To the north, a key-shaped arch leads to another part of the village. A wooden door leads to the pawn shop interior.
Old lamps for new.
Old lamps for new.
The pawn shop window has the words curios and antiques painted on it.
Ooh.
What an interesting looking shop.
We'll have to take a visit.
There's a battered wicker chest in front of a shop.
Can we open it? Who's that?
Old lamps for
No,
new.
stop. Who
Wooden
is in there?
shutters frame the village's windows.
Somebody's up there. Okay. Let's try to see if we can open this.
The battered chest does not interest Alexander. It's probably full of plain earthenware. Alexander isn't interested in the gourd-shaped jugs.
You're not interested in the gourd-shaped jugs? What's
Old
wrong with
lamps
you,
for
Alexander?
new.
Old lamps for new!
new.
Oh, there goes my ASMR stream. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, I can just edit it out. It's fine. All right. Wait, was there something moving over here?
Old lamps for new.
Good day, peddler.
Good day, sir. If you would like to get one of my fine new lamps, I'll need an old lamp in trade.
Isn't it a rather bad business? Taking old lamps and giving new lamps in exchange?
That's what I was thinking.
There's always a chance that I'll find a genie. If I had a genie, I'd be richer than a king. Besides, there's always a roaring business in antique luminaries.
He wants a genie. Can I grab a...
Alexander will have to deal with the lamp seller if he wants to obtain one of those new lamps.
Dang it, I can't just steal.
The peddler's pole provides convenient transportation of the lamp seller's wares. There are 6 new lamps on the pole.
This music. Can we try talking to the door?
The door may lead Alexander into conversation, but first, he must open it. The door may...
I don't want to open any doors. Can we talk to the window?
The window clearly has nothing to reflect upon at this time.
Is it really going to have it for everything?
Hello? Is anyone here?
Let's go into the pawn shop.
Old lamps for new. Old lamps,
Lamps for new. We get it.
Good day!
Oh, this is a lot.
Towering mightily over the other pawn shop curiosities, the stuffed bear makes an ostentatious display. The world-famous talking bear has been sulking ever since his abduction from a small mountain community in California. He refuses to discuss real estate.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay. California exists canonically in King's Quest? Is that for real?
Alexander decides to keep his distance.
No, don't keep your distance. If it was me, I would take my hands and just like on the chest. Look at how soft it looks. That's like a beefy bear. I just want to like do this.
The back wall of the shop holds various odds and ends. For example, a hull hole detector for finding those hard-to-spot holes in small sailboats.
A hole detector? Interesting.
The dusty shop remains peacefully quiet. If Alexander wants anything from the pawn shop, he'll have to first give the pawn shop owner something in trade.
Oh, what do I even have to trade for any of this stuff? What about this skeleton?
A tall skeleton lends an air of mystery to the shop. He's speechless.
He's speechless because he's dead.
Alexander already has a skeleton.
Oh! A crystal ball?
The land of the Green Isles must have at least one inhabitant with interest in the mystical, for a crystal ball has been traded in, along with the more common household goods.
Ooh.
The crystal ball remains perfectly clear and says nothing. Alexander will know his future soon enough if he just keeps on with his adventure. It wouldn't be fair to peek.
I want to know my future. What about this drum?
A small red drum beats no more on the shelves of the pawn shop. Rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh!
Alexander's musical abilities have always leaned more towards wind instruments.
Oh, okay. What about over here?
An old suit of armor stands in the pawn shop. It looks like a vigilant guard against thieves and carpet salesmen, even though it is headless.
I know, I'm going to say this over and over in this Let's Play, but the writing is incredible.
The man of steel is stumped for an answer. Perhaps it is true that our ancestors were smaller as a rule, for that suit of armor looks a pinch too tight to fit Alexander. Besides, in this climate it would be awfully hot. A worn leather wineskin is suspended from the ceiling. A horn, probably used for drink or powder, hangs from the ceiling. The horn has plenty of nothing to say.
The horn has plenty of nothing to say.
A strange-looking winged device occupies one corner of the room. It is frail with disuse. Alexander finds it intriguing. Perhaps he thinks it was once used in a local sporting event, in which enthusiasts jumped from cliffs, glided on air currents, and then attempted to land, frequently crunching a bone or two in the process.
Ooh.
Alexander shudders at the thought and decides to stick to dragon slaying.
He's a dragon slayer? Wait, are we learning things about Alexander? He's just like very casually, I'm going to stick to dragon slaying. He's a prince. He slays dragons. He is thinking about this beautiful dark-haired lass. He's shipwrecked. That's really all I know about Alexander right now, and I'm excited to learn more.
The wings have long been silent. Alexander prefers to keep his leather jerkins firmly on the ground. Several half-burnt wax candles have been placed among the other pawnshop items. They probably light the shop at night.
Is there anything else I can look at? Barrels?
A few well-aged barrels probably hold assorted smaller goods and perishables. The dusty shop... Alexander isn't interested in those storage barrels.
How could you not be interested? What's this?
A lady's hand mirror has been separated from its original trousseau, and now gathers dust on the pawnshop shelves.
I want that.
The dusty shop remains peacefully quiet. A helmet, probably belonging to the headless armor also in the shop, has found its way to a separate part of the counter. If the pawnshop owner wants to display the head and the body of the suit of armor separately, Alexander has no wish to attempt to reunite them.
Okay. What is this?
An elegant little glass dish decorates the countertop. The dish is full of green mints offered for the enjoyment of the customer.
I want a mint. Can we talk to the mint?
The dusty shop remains peacefully quiet. Alexander takes a mint.
Yay! A mint! Woohoo!
The small green mint looks very tasty. The pawnshop's counter is made of a sturdy teak. The wood is well worn by eager hands and well oiled by the shop's faithful keeper. The counter does not counter. The counter feels as smooth as stone.
Ooh. Can you just imagine? I'm touching the bear. I'm touching the counter. And...
Alexander's...
Wait.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
I'm doing that to the drum as well.
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
Oh! What? What? Okay.
I see you have noticed my mechanical nightingale. She is made of plain tin, but she sings the sweetest song you can imagine, barely distinguishable from the real thing.
A mechanical nightingale. That is so cool.
I'm interested in that mechanical nightingale on the counter.
What do you desire to give me in trade? The items on the front counter are all of equally slight value, worth only a copper or two. They are handy items nonetheless.
Okay.
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
I want everything, but I just don't know what's safe to trade. Can I talk? Okay.
The flute is only made of plain wood, but its notes are fine and true. Ah, yes, the painter's brush. It was well used by one of the island's best painters. There's a lot of creativity in that brush, and its bristles are still in good condition.
Hmm.
Have you an interest in tinder boxes? This one is only slightly battered. It holds a good supply of flint, a sturdy striking pad, and even a candle in case you find yourself with naught else to hold the flame.
Huh. Okay. I still can't put my finger on the voice actor of Alexander, but it does sound familiar, like I've heard the voice before.
The pawn shop owner is a mysterious fellow. His face is old and inscrutable, and there's a glint of sheer iron in his gaze. Still, Alexander senses this is someone he can trust.
Let's touch him.
The pawn shop owner doesn't look like a man to be tussled with.
Oh,
The curiosity
tussle.
of business is just dangerous enough to require one to develop one's boxing skills.
Oh. Let's talk to him.
Good day, merchant. Can you tell me what land this is?
By the moon's light, what a question! You must have been out too long in the sun, or perhaps knocked your head upon a rock.
No. Well, perhaps. I was in a shipwreck, you see. My crew and I were trying to reach the land of the Green Isles. I think, well, at least I hope, my men got away safely in the lifeboats. But I myself appear to be rather stuck here.
Ah, I see. You must pardon my incredulity, but it has been so long since we have had a foreign visitor. You wrecked your ship, young traveler, due to the currents and reefs around the islands. If your crew was wise enough to steer clear of the isles and head home, they should be fine. In any case, you have met your objective, however bumpy the journey.
You mean, this is the land of the Green Isles? Oh, thank the
Okay.
heavens. I had followed the stars, you see, and I thought I was close, but
The stars? You must be quite a sailor. But what is the purpose of your visit?
I come for... Well, I hope to see... I met some time ago.
Say no more. You are smitten with a maiden, are you not?
Ooh.
What other than love could so confuse a man's tongue?
I'm afraid so. It is Princess Cassima.
By the desert sands, when you fall in love, you do not mess around, do you?
Is she here?
This is the Isle of the Crown, young man. The castle of the Crown stands on the hill. If it is Cassima you seek, that is where to look.
The Castle of the Crown. Thank you, merchant.
And good luck to you, lad. You shall need it.
We learned so much. Lady Cassima? Okay. Our boy is in love. And she lives in the Green Isles? Something like that? Okay. So he's going on this adventure for love.
A small rusty hatchet seems permanently embedded in a log of wood. Alexander's mind races over the possibilities. Perhaps the bound duo is the local woodcutter's equivalent of the sword and the stone. Perhaps someday, somehow, someone will free that hatchet and become king of the forest. Then again, it could be just a rusty hatchet stuck in a log.
I'm only just beginning this game, and I can tell you they don't make them like this anymore. I love it. Okay, should we talk to the hatchet?
The hatchet and the log seem too preoccupied with each other to talk to Alexander.
Definitely something that was missing in King's Quest 7. This was definitely not something that was part of that game.
Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.